Welcome to the 15th episode of Beta Test, and this is my third episode going through the game Vigor. So in case you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, while we're loading into Tog Station here, which is another map in the game, Vigor is a game by Bohemia Interactive, and it's loading in the textures now. That game, of course, that company is the same company that made DayZ, and this game is on PC and Xbox One. As far as consoles go, it's exclusive to Xbox One. It's very much a survival style game, and so I'm looking in the map and I'm going to try to find some places to find some gear and bring it back to my base. It's basically about finding stuff to survive, and anything I go into the map with, I can lose and die. Oh, wait a minute. What? Anything behind here? Nope. Okay, let's take a look at the map. That's where I'm wanting to go, is right there. Let's do that. I'm going to run through the trees here. Hopefully nobody will see me. So this is, again, is my third episode looking at Vigor. I think I'm going to have one more. There's a bunch of buildings over there and stuff. I might be able to find some useful stuff here. In the end, it's about finding various supplies to rebuild your shelter, like nails, wires, metal, things like that. Also finding weapons that I can defend myself with. So this is my last encounter that I went on before the 0.8 update. Now this is an elaborate little building area here. Little pen. I wonder if I'll find anything in any of this stuff. But nonetheless, this is the last one before the update kicked in. So let's see how this expedition or encounter goes. Anything? Oh, hello. I'll take that. Looks like a little bit of wire there. Anything in here? Big fat slice of no. What about over here? This looks like a good spot to hide something. Or to make me think you hid something. Alright. I'm going to try to pick a new spot to go. Now, if you look on the map in the top right corner, it's gone now, but you would have seen a little red arrow pointing west. That's going to be the direction that the radiation wave will come from at a certain point in the match. And the closer you are to that end of the map when the radiation comes in, the more radiation will hurt you. The worse the intensity of the radiation is. Now, there are some things you can bring with you to help with the radiation. I believe antibiotics and stuff like that. But generally speaking, you don't want to be hanging out too awful long. So I'm running through the snow here. I do remember at one point they talked about possibly making it so... I don't know if you can see it on there, but yeah, you can. You can see your footsteps behind you. And I know they talked about trying to make it so that people could track you by your footsteps. I don't know if that's the case yet, or if they just experimented with getting the actual footsteps on there. But... okay, what's this over here? Looks like some tents. Let's see if we can find some supplies in there. So you've probably noticed that, if you've watched a few of these videos, sometimes I try to be funny and goof off, and sometimes I'm a little more serious. While playing Vigor, I have been more serious. The game itself's pretty serious, and I try to stick with the mood of the actual game. But part of that is because, to be honest, I'm not sure how I would make a joke about anything like this. I guess if I were playing something like Fallout, then saying, nuclear war, it's a blast or something, that would be hilarious. But Vigor doesn't have that tone. It is much more serious. So if you're looking for something like Fallout, this would not probably be what you'd want to choose. Okay, looking around, see if... oh, hello. I'll take that, whatever that was. There's a lot of furniture in here. Maybe some of it's got... there we go. So one thing I remember from last time is you couldn't really tell if something was searchable until you pretty much got right up on top of it. I would love for them to improve that. Make it so I can see from a distance in some way, yes, go check this out, like a point of interest kind of thing. That would be really helpful. Let's see. I do not want to get caught up in here. Oh, hey, hello. Yeah, I will take you, thank you. Anything? This is where I came in. You know, I think I'm going to head on out. Let's see, where do I want to go? Let's head back up this way. I don't really want to get too deep into it right now. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, I went in here unarmed. Oh, and somebody isn't unarmed because they're shooting. So I'm going to try to stay out of sight. Oops. Yes, note to self, you can't run through solid objects. If you could, I would imagine that would be a bit of an unfair advantage. Especially since bullets are indeed solid objects. So there's a lot of stuff here that can harm you. Even though you can't see my health bar on the bottom right corner right now because I haven't taken any damage. But of course, enemy bullets can harm you. Fall damage can harm you. And the only way to heal is to grab the right supplies. I think I might be calling it on this map already. I do remember there's an exit point up here. Yeah, definitely right up there. Somebody's opening the vault. I think, let's see. Sometimes there's treasure or like loot hiding over here. But I'm close to the exit point. You know, I'm going to go ahead and check that radio tower real quick, or electrical tower, whatever that is, just in case. I do remember in a couple games early on, I would find the occasional toolbox or something there where I might find some wires. Of course, that was then, this is now. I got bupkis. Okay, that's it. I'm going to call this expedition. Or encounter. Whatever the word is for this, I'm calling it. I'm out of here. I'm looking forward to trying this again. We're in the countdown. There's a pile of rocks. It does not let me interact with it like it used to. So I think now I have to survive in here for 10 seconds. Talk about upping the ante a little bit, eh? Alright. So I did get out with some stuff, including some wire and chemicals and some antibiotics, things like that. So I'm heading back to my shelter. But now this is a different day when I played, and this is after the 0.8 patch. That's actually the loading screen for the 0.8 patch. So they've added some things, and we're going to talk about those in just a second. So the date I am actually recording this video is March 15th, 2019. Vigor is still in its beta phase, and you can pay to get into the beta on Xbox One. That being said, when the game goes live, it will be free to play. So you're probably wondering, why would I pay into something when it's free to play? Well, you get a lot of in-game stuff, well over the amount you paid to get into the beta when the game starts. So if it sounded like something you'd be interested in, you might enjoy those perks that you get, like, you know, different cosmetic items and stuff you can buy for boosts during individual missions, and we'll talk about those in a minute. So right now we're loading in, and we are going to see what they have added in the 0.8 patch. And here we go. So first off, there's a lobby. So whenever you're going into a new encounter, you'll be able to see everybody in that encounter. They've brought in crowns, which, yep, microtransactions, but basically they're used just for perks at the beginning of a match, and everybody can buy different perks, and they can actually stack even with your opponents to increase everybody's rewards. There's multiple crate types. That's new and interesting. There's a new event. There's a radio tower that you can use to determine exactly where the airdrop's going to be. There's also a transmitter where you can change the location of the airdrop. You can now do gestures to people. I don't know what gesture I'd do in this game besides please don't shoot me, but nonetheless. And then in the Founders Pack items, which include 1,400 crowns, trucker's cap, which I don't see myself wearing anytime soon, a few other things, and there's more to come. So it's just letting me know what is now available in the 0.8 patch, which is a good bit of stuff. They've definitely diversified this thing. Adding multiple crate types is a really cool idea to increase replayability. Having the lobbies neat because you can kind of see the other players and how many are on the map, which you couldn't before. I don't 100% know how I feel about that. I kind of like the idea of having no idea how many are on there, but I guess it lets you know if there are only a few of you, like say 5 or 6, then you know you have a better chance to loot with impunity than if there are 16 of you, where you're way more likely to encounter someone. So when you're going into a match, you can either purchase a booster for more loot using crowns, or for a better crate, or for insurance. So the more loot means any random stuff you search will yield more loot for everyone, and every player who pays for that increases the loot for everyone. Better crate, the same way. It increases the quality of the crate for everyone. So if you get a crate either by, well, probably through the airdrop, then that increases it. Insurance, if I purchase that, what it means is my loadout when I go in, when I die, I won't lose it. Where previously, as I'd stated before, whatever you carry into a mission, whatever guns, whatever ammo, whatever supplies you carry into a mission, if you die, you lose all of that. If you purchase the insurance, you don't lose it for that game. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna wait and see how this plays out. So here's where the crates are, and where you could. So, and there's the different types of crates. Cool. Some of them are more focused than others, as far as you have a better chance of getting certain things, which is kind of neat. Because I'm assuming each crate still only gives you 3 items. So I'm looking forward to going on an expedition here with 0.8. Now my understanding is this: the magazines, that's how you do the microtransactions. Well, okay, there's nothing there. So is this where yep, there's nothing there. Yes, and I'm sorry guys, but the best kind of microtransaction is the kind that isn't there, to be completely honest. But you know, while we're on the topic, microtransactions, I don't know how you guys feel, and I know this is a really hot button topic for me. If the game is free, you can put all the microtransactions in there you want, as long as it isn't pay to win. I mean, I am perfectly fine with microtransactions out the wazoo, as long as it's not pay to win and it's a free game. Now, if I'm paying $60 for the game, I don't want microtransactions. And yes, I'm looking at you, Call of Duty, and Battlefield and many other things. So I'm now loading into an encounter. But I do not like microtransactions in something I paid $60 for. Because you already got my $60. Why do you need more of my money? I'm just saying, just give me a full game that I can enjoy and, leave me alone. But that's just me, and, there are exceptions to that rule. The one I can think of, for me personally, is Overwatch. Because even though you can buy crates with cosmetic items in it, I have never done so because I don't need to. If I just play a couple games a day, I'll probably get a crate. And it's just cosmetic stuff. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't affect the balance of power in the game. It's just, for poops and giggles. And because of that, I'm okay with it. They're so generous with them. It's fine. Another great example, although, here's the lobby. Here we go. This is the lobby. And that's where you do stuff. So it looks like people are trying to decide if they want to up the level of the crate, up the level of the loot. Let's see, do I want to do one of these? So insurance is all the way here to the right. I'm not really going in with that much. I might just say forget it. I'm probably not going to go for the crate, but there are going to be 8 of us on this map. We're at 140% loot for just anything you search. I really like that one. Alright, you know what? We're going in. I'm not going to pay for any of this stuff. But either way, if you're doing this, as long as it's cosmetic, my issue again is if I'm paying full price for a game. And it should never be something that actually determines the balance of power. It just should not do that. It should just be for fun. And it just should be just, skins, emotes, that sort of thing. Oh, thank you. I don't mind some, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Now, a game like Hearthstone, where it is a collectible card game, just like in real life, collectible card games, you got to buy cards. So, that being said, the key there for me is either one, be obscenely generous with packs, which I would say Hearthstone has done. And I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena on PC, the beta of that, and it's pretty darn generous with packs as well. And I played the original Magic the Gathering back in the day, with like real cards in front of real people and all that. And it's a lot like that, and I really enjoy it. I wish I could figure out how to do videos off my PC with my PC that's only 18 billion years old, because that would definitely be some beta test episodes right there. All right, come on, pick it up. All right, they're still a little buggy with that. There we go. Thank you for whatever that is, wire, I think. But no, I don't mind that. If you're that generous, then I can live with it. Even though it is to a certain amount pay to win, I get so many packs it doesn't matter. But more importantly, both using Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone as an example, it doesn't matter how powerful somebody else's cards are, you can beat them with basic stuff you could get if you just know how to play well. And so that's the other thing. The game balance has to be good. And so for a game like this, I don't know how I feel. I mean, as far as the microtransactions for upping loot and the crate, I'm all for it. The insurance is the only one I'm a little uncertain about. But I'm really not in a competition with other players for what guns I have back at my base, which is the only thing that really helps me with. I'm in competition in any given encounter. So I guess I'm okay with it for now, unless I see that it can be abused, and I haven't really thought of a way. Right now I'm okay with it. So I'm running around here with my Luger and trying to see what I can find. Now, I do remember this map has quite a bit of cars on it, and they used to be a really good place to find certain loot, like wires and stuff. I haven't really seen that. Cars seem to not be quite as good of a source now. I can hear something. I'm getting out of here. I think I just got shot at a second ago. And I know this boat is an exit point. So I think this is going to wrap up my first mission into 0.8 version. I'm just going to stand here and say goodbye. Can I duck back here? Behind this crate maybe? Nope. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving. So let's see what kind of gear I got. A little bit. Not so great. We're going to definitely go on another one here. Overall, I have to say, when this goes free to play at the end of the month, assuming it goes free to play on time, because sometimes these things get delayed, I get it. I think this is totally worth it. It's fun. I mean, it's not a AAA game, considering the state of most AAA games, and as of 2019, that might be a good thing, because generally they just regurgitate the same ideas, with a few exceptions. A few very notable and excellent exceptions. So I'm just kind of looking around to see. There used to be a thing over here where you would chop wood, but I don't see that here anymore. Yeah, I love my door. It's just kind of laying there to the side. But I think we may squeak in another expedition here. Rubik's Cube. There's another door just kind of laying there. Okay, whoa, what is this? I do not remember this thing. Can I walk over there? Nope, that's stuck. Alright, that's cool. I wonder what I'm telling you, I think this is building to something. Like, if there were a boat, I could lift up to that. I could repair a boat and maybe go out to that oil rig thing, and that would be a pretty cool map. Like, maybe if you get your shelter to a certain level, then you can get the boat dock thing to work, and you could access a map nobody else can get to, the oil rig or something, which might have some really good supplies, but it would also be a very enclosed space. And it would be very vertical too, if you think about it, because you have like basically buildings and stuff on there, or a building or two with several floors. That could be really interesting. See if they've added anything down here, and where where it appears I would go fishing. I don't see anything, but there's that oil rig. Okay, you know what? I just jumped ahead here. I think it's time we prepare for our next step. So let's check this out. Ah, there they are. Okay, so this is where you buy crowns, and it has a price on there. Or wait, yeah, they're called crowns, I think. So you get 155 for $5, 310 for $10, 650 for $20. $1,900 for $50. No, thank you. I'm never paying $50 for anything. Okay, that's not true, but it's certainly not for something imaginary in an imaginary game. Okay, so I'm not messing with that. Again, I'm noticing, though, everything I interact with, I can access any part of the menus. It isn't specific to a location. So let's see. What do I want to go in with on this next mission? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go in with the submachine gun. I think I am going to try to man up a little bit and try something a little risky. So let's go in with 60 rounds of ammo. You know what? Who needs healing? I'm man enough, I'll rub some dirt on it. Okay, so we're going to look for an encounter. So I'm probably just going to skip ahead here because nobody wants to wait. Okay, so it's starting to load into... I have no idea how to say that. Gruntheim Valley. Now, I do remember this map before. It has a little community around a river, and there's like a couple bridges or a bridge that goes across with a bunch of cars on it. There's a ton of places and a ton of loot there, but everybody gravitates to that area. So let's see how this goes. Here we are. Okay, here, I'm moving over. Let's see, do I want to buy insurance? Yes, I do. I might as well try it. So that'll only cost me 60 coins of my 1,500 for being a part of this thing. That gives me a plenty of coins later. You know what? I'm good. That's cool. That gives me enough that I can experiment. And you can see in the bottom right corner of the map, you have radiation coming in, and it has 3 arrows, so it'll be very intense radiation. Okay, let's go ahead and head somewhere. I've got my weapon. I'm ready to rock and roll. Oh, hello. Spring discovered instead of winter or summer or fall. See, I totally broke the mood there. See that? Okay, I don't know what that is I picked up, but I'll take it. I'll take that too. I think that's water. Water's always helpful in a, nuclear apocalypse. Sometimes you get thirsty when you glow in the dark. See, I did it again. Ah, there's a tower up there, radio tower. Or a hunting tower. That would be a really good spot to put a crate with some sort of gun, like maybe some sort of sniper rifle. And you know what? I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if there's something in there. Okay, let's climb up here. Hopefully nobody sees me. What is that? There is a crate, but what is that? Okay, Outlanders are now temporarily marked on your map. That's cool. What isn't cool is that it won't highlight the crate. This was a problem before, and this is a particularly big... Whoa, there we go, there we go. Hey, a new gun. I will totally take that, thank you. Now let's highlight the ladder. Come on, ladder. Yeah, they got to fix. I'm just going to drop off. Ow! Okay, dropping off cost me about a quarter of my life. That is not cool. Nonetheless, I did get a gun. I want to get out of here with this gun if I can. Okay, so that green circle kind of in the middle of the map, that's where the airdrop's going to be. The locked up building is where the little blue X was. The vault is now being unlocked. Somebody went right to it. I don't think I'm going to... I don't know if I want to mess with them or not. Because now, I mean, whenever I get a new gun out of this, I am hesitant to go risk it. Because the insurance will protect what I came in with. It won't protect what I found. Oh, what is this? It's seen better days. Cabin ruin discovered. Let's sneak in here. Okay, let's sneak in here. Let's walk in here. Let's run in here. Seriously? Okay, somebody's got to fix that. Can I get in? Okay, I can get in over here. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. Okay, thank you, nails. Thank you. Looks like gears or metal parts. Anything else in here? Just hide for a second. Looking at the map, what do I want to do? Okay, there's an area over here I have not discovered. I think I'm going to hit that and decide what I'll do from there because I'll be close to an exit. Please let me come out through here. Okay, so I can get out that way. I can't get in that way, which makes absolutely no sense. So, Bohemia Interactive, you need to fix that one. I don't know what happened. That being said, before this we'd played a lot of Realm Royale, and we talked about the Battle Royale genre and how the intensity of not knowing where enemies are and all that, and how almost every Battle Royale I've played honestly has that. Even Realm Royale, as ridiculous as it is, even Fortnite, as silly as it has that intensity. I would say this intensity is much higher, even with only 8 players, knowing that everything I have I lose, and that I actually have something to gain when I go back. And that's what it is right there. It's that investment, that idea that I am striving for something to improve my shelter. It gives me a visual thing that I can let other players come over and see. That is really, really cool. And I think that's something where I don't get the same feeling from a game like, say, and I mean no offense to it, but I'm just going to use Fortnite as my example. Ooh, Forest Camp. Let's see what kind of gear we have here. But I don't really get that from that game because all I'm doing is... Okay, some good weapons, and I can't carry either of them. Which weapon do you want to swap? I didn't really want to swap any. But I will take you, Fertilizer. Thank you very much. I really wish I could pick up those 2 guns. Dang. Alright, more nails. Well, as I was saying, I don't really feel like I'm getting anything on, say, a Fortnite, where all I'm doing is unlocking a skin to something that honestly looks kind of ridiculous. I would rather be able to unlock something really interesting to do something long term. Okay, so it looks like we're nearing the end of this episode. So next episode, we are